So we're finishing up this month, this week and next week, with our monthly theme, honoring the divine feminine in all. And the specific talk title for this morning is Nurturing as Strength. And what an amazing time that we're in to tap into that process within us. And it's interesting to me on many levels, which would be a lot of different talks, that we oftentimes hear divine feminine and instantly think female, girl, woman. And we hear strength, and far too many of us default to maleness in that word, strength. And perhaps we can this morning entertain the idea of a genderless God, a genderless spirit, a genderless infinity, if you will. Beyond the binary male-female, beyond the non-binary, beyond any concept of gender. Perhaps if we look to this idea of nurturing and look into nature, perhaps we can get beyond our human limitation of gender identity. The sun nurtures our planet. I'm pretty sure it doesn't have a gender. And I'm pretty sure that it doesn't stop to think, which gender am I shining my light on now? Wait, did I get enough on the masculine? Did I get enough? It just does its thing as the sun and expresses as the sun. And it's incredibly powerful, has great strength, and yet nurtures everything quite gently here on planet Earth. When I look to nature and I watch animals, it's incredibly nurturing and incredible strength. I know the folks on Zoom could see the image that I selected for that song, and hopefully you folks on Facebook got to see that, but it was a lioness cuddling her cub. Incredible strength, and yet incredible tenderness and nurturing simultaneously. So where exactly does both nurturing and strength come from? Well, if we get beyond the human paradigm, it's the essence of our being. It's the essence of creation. And I think if we can tap into that part of ourselves, especially when situations are really trying in the human realm. I love the first part of Melissa's song where it talks about that anguish that many of us have experienced when we realize we disappointed our mother. And yet, many of our mothers, and not all, but many of us have that mothering figure in our lives somewhere that looked beyond what we actually did, that saw who we really are, that met us in that tender place, and somehow made everything okay, even when what we may have done negatively impacted them. Can we find that place, especially now? Can we find that place that simply cares for every aspect of creation, that celebrates every aspect of creation? Can we find a strength that is strong enough to move beyond our egoic fear to love? Here's a radical idea that just dropped in. To embrace our egoic fear, just like that loving parent embraces the child that did something that was hurtful. Will we allow ourselves to love our humanness through this time of chaos, through this time of human uncertainty, through this time of, I don't like what's going on? Will we allow, and it really is an allowing, folks. We don't have to go find a place of nurturing. We don't have to go find ourselves. You can't be lost from yourself. But will we allow ourselves to know ourselves? That self beyond this physical self. I think sometimes the greatest strength is not what we do outward, but what we do inward. The greatest strength that I have ever been challenged to step into is absolute honest vulnerability. Is that place to say, I know something deeper within me has this under control. And as I watch my wife walk out the door to go to work at a hospital, there's a human part of me that is afraid. And so I tap into that inner part, and I allow it to talk to my human part. I allow that internal I-thou dialogue to happen that meets my humanness right where it is and says, I get it. I get it. You love her. And there's all this noise about this invisible thing that's out there that you keep hearing is harmful. And I get it, you love her. So will you trust me enough to know that I got her? Because the same voice that you're talking to within yourself goes with her. That's the conversation I had at about 11:40 last night as Deborah walked out the door to go to work. Will we allow ourselves to be fully in our human expression and magnificently in our spiritual strength? Will we stop this either-or dichotomy that creates the very separation that causes us pain? If I were meant to be in a different form, I'd be in a different form. I'm pretty sure that our humanity is intentional and divinely ordered for Creator to experience itself exactly as we are. So what if we lean into that? I want to wrap up with an Ernest Holmes quote. I live in the faith that there is a presence and a power greater than I am that nurtures and supports me in all ways I could never even imagine. I know that this presence is all-knowing and all-power and is always right where I am. I invite you to allow yourself to know that today. To just start now. To know that there is a power within you that has cared for you every moment. It continues to nurture you unconditionally with its strength. That loves you no matter what you do. That values you for the perfection that you are every breath. That there is absolutely nothing you can do to increase your value and nothing you can do to decrease your value. Because the divine sees you equal to its value. Because it knows it is you. I invite you to know that today as well. So let's take this into prayer. I feel the energy of the one expand within me. Lover of my life. Dreamer of my dreams. Breath of my breath. Heartbeat of my heart. In this moment, sensing, stepping into that amazing, beautiful power of the I-thou relationship. Where my humanness meets my divinity and celebrates the oneness that I am. That I amness, that oneness that creation is. Alive, active, aware in my physical human experience in this moment. And it is from this place that I speak my word, claiming, affirming that the breath of the divine is breathing this entire planet. That the health of the infinite is making itself manifest in the health of our planet, in the health of our air, in the health of our economy, in the health of our industries, in the health of our leadership, at every level, in the health of our global citizens, in the health of all that inhabit this earth and the cosmos. That is the activity of now. So I simply speak a word of gratitude, feeling that holy wow rise up within me. It recognizes truth by resonance. It recognizes I am, I am, I am. And so it's from this place of gratitude, from this place of absolute faith that the unseen is seen. I let go. Because there's nothing to hold on to. I let it be. And simply step into a living experience of a demonstration of the infinite in form and experience. And I invite you, wherever you are, to make this your own this